So this is now episode 31 of the Spaceblock 40 stack challenge. I don't think anything happened while I was away. Some research ticked over, maybe an autosave happened. Don't think I did anything new or different. But let's kick off some more builds because that's how this works. Let's find. Okay, this one was the build that was easy to do from the map, wasn't it? Not there. So that'll extend the waterfill build, of which we've got some amount of waterfill. I'm actually kind of wondering if I'm going to run out of landfill. Like I've got 10k landfill in the bank and 19k waterfill, and so that's a bit of a concern because the space concrete is just going to eat all of that. In fact, the space concrete is actually going to eat the reinforced concrete, which is 7.4k. So I'll just be banking waterfill and I'll be running out of landfill. I think what I might do is for this next thing going down, seed the iron and copper, but not the stone, so that like all of this runs, and then the overflow landfill chest here fills up, or at least gets a lot of landfill in it. I think I'm going to need a dedicated landfill build because this, where is it? Where is this garbage? Is this tiny thing here is the other landfill build? Yeah, there's that. Cool. And then there's this thing. Neither of which spark joy. In comparison to, if I just did this thing again, but stopped it here, like if I just had this much of this thing and didn't have the stone in the little section down here, that would be, considerably more landfill. So we're going to do that probably in a bit. I think, yeah, we're going to have to throw one of these down as well. So let's find the blueprint for that. And I guess it can go, like, on the other side of this road? Can I line it up with the first one? Symmetrical with that other road report. Is that where that's going to go? Like there. Should I leave space for a road? Let's leave space for a road. And now I can have this thing going through like that, I guess. Okay, let's do that without the landfill. Let's just do that with the concrete. Yeah, so I can declare an intention to have a road here, and then the rest of this will get built. That hole in the blueprint is always a thing, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah. So wait, is that? Am I emptying out? Oh, I am emptying out this buffer. That's interesting. That could cause me some problems. I might have to do that in a bit. I think the other thing I've decided is I've got 9 of these mixed builds, and they're all doing good work. And I previously concluded that 3 mixed builds was apparently too much for one side of a red belt. I wanted to conclude that 3 mixed builds was the right number for each side of the red belt. Maybe this is just because I'm not taking it off fast enough. Oh yeah, I'm absolutely not taking it off fast enough. Where is a red splitter? Nope, I don't want the priority on that. I just want the splitter. This is, yeah, because this is only, we can probably see it further down here. Yeah, it's not hitting both sides of the belt, so of course that's not a capacity. So that's going to be why I'm claiming this is all messed up. The point being, 3 mixed builds per side of a red belt. So, and then also the way the numbers worked out, I'm pretty sure that I figured out that a full lane of solid fuel was enough for 6 mixed builds. The numbers we're heading towards are 12 mixed builds in total, which is, a lot. Let's send this down, because the other thing I want to do, I guess, is Where's the mixed builds? That's the mixed builds. And this is the blueprint of all of them, of the 3 that I've got, that snaps into place, which is quite nice. The others I have to kind of line up manually, whereas that one still has efficiency modules, which is a bit weird, and still only has the 3 LDS, whereas what I really want is 4 LDS. And then module upgrades. Have I got module upgrades? I do have module upgrades. Okay, so this is going to be the other kind of standard thing we do. The red circuits will leave at Prod 2s and the LDS, but everything else, and I think at this point that one's done, and these guys all have Prod Mod 3s. These guys have Prod Mod 3s. We're just gonna do a lot of these at this point, because and then there's the new one. Yeah, so this will be upgrading all the remaining mixed builds. Yeah, I can just do it like that. I mean, all the new ones will still get their Prod 2s. That'll be fine. I've not actually set the RCU recipes in some of these, so I think we're doing that as well, because I think RCUs are a thing I want more of. I could probably also upgrade these guys, because I'm getting a lot of red chips out, aren't I? Like, as long as there are red chips falling out, I can probably have one or both of these things upgraded. Let's see how... I was going to propose an experiment of just upgrading some of them, and then decided that, in fact, upgrading most of the things is the way we're going to go. Okay, so we've now got bots building a lot of things, kind of. We've had them build, we now actually need them to put back the rest of the stuff. I've got yeah, those guys will get their own little bit of waterfill later. If they do that first, that'll be a whole lot better. But yeah, the next thing is this buffer being sad, because I also just put down some more stuff, and we're going to blast that again, so that's going to be more of a problem. In fact, maybe I should even have the bots. I should give those jobs to the bots before starting on the next builds, which will take all the other bot jobs, and also the rest of this buffer. Yeah, so what exactly is the problem here? Don't have heavy oil, don't have petrogas, don't have petroleum gas. These guys don't have modules. Let's work on that. That's going to be a thing that we do. Do these guys have modules? To be honest, I don't think I care. These overflows are just supposed to be ways to use up gas, which I'm kind of fine about. I do want then an underground. There's an underground that I can queue, because we're going to be doing something like that, so that I can then do something like speed module 2 beacon. Yeah. Something like this, which is, the other reason why we're upgrading the power plant. These guys are going to need to do a lot more stuff as well. Should I upgrade these two? Should I upgrade all these to module 2s? Quite possibly. This is the quite annoying setup, where if these were one line back, I would be able to module all of these things together, but I can't. So maybe this actually isn't going to be that difficult to do. I mean, it's going to be a little bit disruptive, but bots, whatever. I think only that one, in fact. Because this one still connects down here, which I don't want to mess around with, but also I don't need to beacon all those guys that hard. Now I've got all the beacon space I desire, which is, cool. Which means I can put it here. Three chem plants, 2 refineries, bad. 4 chem plants, 3 refineries. Good. So let's put that in front of each of these things, which is going to give everyone a lot of speed beacons. Yeah, let's get this upgrade planner and turn them all from prod mod 1s into prod mod 2s, because I'm pretty sure I got a lot of those sitting around. All of you and all of you. You're not a solid fuel one. You're not. They're not a light oil one. They're solid fuel from petrogas. These guys are the light oil cracking, which I kind of don't care about. These guys are the heavy oil cracking, which will end up with more work to do, and probably can get more done like that. If I put those there, yeah, this is the thing I want, and that will in fact let me fit 2 of these guys here, won't it? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get this thing. 1's going to 3's, and also 2's going to 3's, and upgrade this guy's modules, and I don't think I care about those guys' modules, but these guys, did I decide that sulfur was worth, oh, they've already got prod mod 3's. Okay, cool. I'm just blasting the acid, because I'm probably also blasting the gas yet, because the other thing I haven't looked at yet, which I suspect is also going to be an issue, is, yeah, this is going to be, yeah, this is running low on crude oil, so can I just smash some of these things in? These things, though, cannot be beaconed, which is a bit of a shame, but can I fit, like, another 4 of these guys in here? And the answer is yes, so that's what we're doing. So this is already going to connect on this side, this is going to be these guys' fuel, that's going to go there, that's going to connect up. Okay, while we've got bots doing all of that, let's go back, and yeah, they've done this bit of waterfill now. So now we can put in the rest of these blueprints. Yeah, so some of this waterfill, some of these guys have not yet been done. I hope I haven't completely run myself out of landfill, because I've got other things I'm planning on doing. I might have run myself out of landfill. Where are my various landfill boxes? 20. And then these boxes are probably worse. Yeah, good times. So we completely run ourselves out of landfill. I'm waiting on that landfill to be built. Did you at least... You happened first, didn't you? Do I have landfill on me? Because I might go... Yeah, okay, so... is this... That's higher than it was, so this looks like it's better. These guys have each got like 3 beacons on them, and this is all looking like it's better, so let's imagine that's fixed. And then wander down... Did I actually... have these guys... Oh no, they're waiting on module 3s. And I'm kind of okay with that, because a lot of guys are waiting on module 3s at the moment, but they are at least going faster, and it's getting me more light oil out. And then I'm not actually cracking any of it at the moment, because it's all just sinking into the solid fuel, which is... actually looks like it's limited by belt capacity. Okay, let's just deal with that just quickly. That's a fairly easy fix. So yeah, so now instead of... Like, this isn't going to massively help the throughput. Like, this line here is still going to be yellow belt, but it means that the stuff taken by this build, which is not very much because everything's slow, this will at least be a full yellow belt here, and all of these things will have an easier time emptying, and also these guys will immediately get more, so that's fine. Yeah, because the other thing I was looking at is these guys are not getting enough stuff, are they? So because none of this takes landfill, and this is a thing I can just have the bots go and do. Where's a good place to cut it? Is there a good place to cut it? Yeah, that's fine, isn't it? Bots can just go and do that. You know what? Let's have more than that. Let's not have quite that much. That seems like a decent amount. That's going to be a significant increase, because these guys are only beaconed on one side, but they do have a mix of 1s and 2s, as if that's a good idea. But these guys are not always running, so I'm not actually getting my full red belt out. And I'm also struggling for acid. Is that also because of this gas problem? Maybe. Things I won't deal with yet. Did I actually put down... No, I was going to go... Yeah, this is why I was wandering down here myself. Yes. Because I want these to make a small amount of landfill so that I can come down to this part of this build. This part of like the next build 4 down, because that's apparently how this is working. And you know, offset beacons are great for running through. To find the bots have done it for me, which is cool. Which means that this build, yes, this build can go here, and I can get some more waterfill. And do I actually have? I do have the waterfill on me. I'll do that myself, because that means the bots can, the bots can bring in the pumps. So now we've got pumps in place, or at least, you know, blueprints of pumps in place, as opposed to pumps not being in place like this power plant, because the waterfill only recently began to exist there. So now, where is... You know what, I'm just going to do it this way around. Because also I might accidentally... Why is this... Not sure exactly what that spot's problem is, but someone is bringing me some stuff, so that's fine. These guys are getting online, which is great. This is still coming up to temperature, which I'm kind of okay with, because these guys aren't all going to have heat yet, but these pumps will arrive, and I'm almost using it, which is fine. The waterfill build is going down. The mixed build needs its landfill, but is otherwise okay, and Module 3 upgrades are just progressing, so that's all kind of nice, and I'm going to have more steel. Cool. Okay. Then all these guys are going to need... Oh yeah, variety of speed modules. That's why... I mean, I'm here. I may as well give these guys these prod mods. Is that true? That's not true. I'm just going to walk away and put them in a chest somewhere to be useful. And then the bots can come and take them. Why am I even going this way? I want to go back down here. This entire thing is just for making a lot of space concrete. So you know, great. We'll have a lot of space concrete. That'll be fine. Let's check on this build, because the next thing I want to do is also going to be over here and see whether or not now. Okay, let's do the thing I first talked about of going you know, I'll have some of those for you to play with, but you guys just get all the rest of the prod mods if you need them. Is this doing the things that it needs to now? It's kind of not balanced. This is kind of filling up, which is fine. I could lane balance this. I am not going to. These guys will just naturally lane balance and debuffer anyway. This is still not all of the oil I need. Are all these guys running? Some of these guys are not running, so I can, in fact, I could have just more of this hanging over here. That might be a thing. It is at least... It's at least running, though. Or does it really taking a while? And then this, yeah, then I realized that this this acid down here, though the only thing that acid gets used for is these batteries, and that's why they're unhappy. Like, I'm just using all of the acid coming out of this thing. Is that actually an acid bottleneck, or is it a sulfur bottleneck? That's straight up just the rate at which it's doing its acid stuff. You know what? Because I know I've got a couple of Module 3s sitting around not doing much. You guys all get to go to Speed 3 modules, and then you'll do a lot more work. Cool. Let's just do a little detour over here, because I'm pretty sure I extended this, but I didn't actually kick off the seeds, because this thing is actually not completely self-replicating like that. I need to move some of the ore back down to the other end. This will be enough, it'll be fine. There we go. So that's going to give me... Is that actually going to give me... I mean, it should give me a full... most of a full red blood here, other than what these guys are taking, hopefully, if these guys are up to speed. But the things, they've also got productivity modules, so there might also be more than that, which I might later... Because the thing I'm thinking about is, I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of things somewhere, like, where's the shotgun shells chest? Yeah, this chest here, that wants copper and just isn't getting enough copper. Everything else is in the logistics network, and there's some copper in the logistics network, but just not enough. And the same thing, he's actually, yeah, okay, see, yeah, they're also all kind of short. I do have enough logistics robots, so that's fine. Yeah, the next thing, this is kind of a holding pattern thing of stuff to do, while I think about the other things that the bots are also just doing. You guys didn't need any of that. And I'm still down to not having landfill. I should... Yeah, the first thing is going to be to go and kick off all of that stuff, isn't it? That's actually the sensible play. Get it, like, whine about landfill, at least go and make... the thing that makes landfill make landfill. That's just for seed landfill, that was all that was for. So that I can have more landfill and not complain about it, basically. Yeah, it's going to be enough for all of those, isn't it? You do not need to be in my inventory, and you will use that, so yeah. Well, one done there, we'll kick these seeds off, we'll then come back, and I think the next thing I'm going to do over here is like put plastic in the logistics network, because I don't think I actually have plastic in the logistics network anyway. I think all of the plastic is happening in the mixed build, and that's fine. I've got a lot of this waterfill. Like these waterfill builds are like fairly large. This one wants to be copper, and then this one and this one want to be iron, and between those and the bots getting the rest of the stuff done, and these guys waiting for all their speed modules, and these guys waiting for prod mod 3s, yeah, this is the trick for this, isn't it? I've got to go from 3s down to 2s and get these modules in place, and then once I've done that I can upscale them again, because all these... Oh, I'm actually short on prod mod 2s as well. Go me, go... I thought I had hundreds of these things, and I previously did, and then I have just completely blasted it. Good job. And I guess there were a bunch here that just sat on this belt and got turned into 3s, which is also fine, because that blinking around the place is like stuff enjoying getting work done. Yeah, sure. That's all gonna... I mean, we've kicked off, but we actually haven't, have we? The other important thing that I need to kick off that's right down the other end is the thing I was handcrafting landfill for. But other than that, then it will be time to go and wander back over to the other side of the base, to where I just was. Yeah. We're just gonna do that. It'll be fine. By the time copper and cogs gets down there, it'll be a thing. I should probably, yeah. Other things to do include building better armor so that I can put more legs in it. I'm not quite as slow, but also, yeah, this is doing what it should. This is fine. Yeah, starting on. I'm not really getting much of this through at this point, am I? I mean, I am hooking quite a lot of ore smelting off one line of solid fuel. I'm like tracing this back and seeing if there's any gaps in it, and there's kind of not really, is that it's just doing what it's doing. Especially as I was going to make it worse, because this crude is still not full and some of these guys aren't running. So I kind of wanted. Where can that go? It's going to struggle to go there, isn't it? It could go. I can get one in here, but then the next one is going to interfere with this acid pipe, which means the next ones might in fact just go this way, which is fine because they can go under the belt, but also means that I need, you know, a bit more landfill, like another 4 tiles of landfill here. Yeah, like so, which I'm not actually sure that I have floating around at the moment, but I will soon. And so yes, so over here I have coal, and I have presumably a supply of gas. Yeah, I've got a supply of gas, that's fine. So do I have, I must have a basic yellow splitter somewhere. I upgraded all those ones. Is that is a yellow splitter, cool. This thing, if I take this coal over here, and I've got gas here, I can have, where though? I mean, I'm not really planning on doing anything else with that. This guy's just going to work on the stacks and be fine. Yeah. If I do have those two guys making plastic there, then I can have something like that. That's pretty bad, isn't it? Can I move them? I can move them all one tile. And that just means that this can go here instead, which is a little nicer to connect that there. Okay. Yeah. Doing that stuff. This is coal. I'm probably going to beacon these guys, so I reckon they each get 2 inserters. Where am I beaconing him, given this is, I mean, it's kind of in the way, but I can also just move it back a couple of tiles and be fine. And I'm still waiting on getting enough of the landfill to actually get anything done here. You guys are probably, are you at least on making landfill yet? Yeah, you're on making landfill. You've got full belts of stuff, modules arriving just, you know, as they're arriving. All of, you don't have your prod mod 2s yet, but all of the smelting mining, all of the smelting beacons are done, so that's fine. Then this is going to fill up down here, and then this chest is going to take some, and then I'm going to have these guys making landfill, and when this is a giant ball of landfill, then I would think about seeding that stone, and then might even do another build below that just where I don't build the stone layer, just to have, you know, lots of that kind of stuff. Yeah, this guy wants, I reckon we want to do something like, actually, if I do something like, I mean, because that's kind of prime beacon space. If I do something instead like this, then I don't actually need this landfill in here at all, and that was just a waste. That's a speed 3 beacon. I don't really want a speed 3 beacon. Speed 2 beacons, sure. Because, yeah, I can throw these guys in here. I can have you guys be Parapro 2s, and this is going to put a lot of plastic in the network, which is going to be the first time I've had plastic in the network, I think. Like, the rest of the plastic, yeah, well, these guys are blinking because they still need stuff, sure. The rest of the plastic happens here and goes through the mix build and stops here and stops here. and then the rest of that plastic doesn't actually go anywhere. Do I want more prop mods or do I want more? I mean, let's also just quickly check on the chaos buffer, and it's buffering. Things are fine. Okay, a couple of those guys are full, and I've got a lot of. I've got a lot of red chips. Don't really have much steel in this, but then again, there's another buffer over here that has steel. I'm not short of steel. Yeah, so these guys are gonna make plastic, and then I guess down here. Are these guys at least pushing out? I mean, maybe I should belt balance this. You know what? That looks like that will belt balance that. Because it looks like the side struggling for fuel is the one on the close side, and this will just, anything that gets past this logistics supply will then top up onto the other side, and yeah, sure, balancing. Some tech finished, which is nice. The thing I want to do is like a lot more landfill over here, because I got things to make. And also, actually that's a good point, I should check whether or not I'm actually manufacturing enough coal, and it kinda maybe doesn't look like I am. These guys are doing everything they need to. I'm making a lot of plastic, which is fine. Maybe this is actually the right amount of coal. Okay, sure. Like, I was looking at this build being empty, and I probably need a couple more. But like not a whole lot more, which is nice. And then these guys are, I mean, these guys are already halfway through, and I am not halfway through. Why did you guys have not actually done your things yet? You need to go there so I can put more pumps in. That's kind of inconvenient, because you guys are kind of working because of this pump. And then you guys are kind of working because of this pump. So resiliency, yay. But I'm already into needing that power plant, which is, you know, a good time. Let's continue this path, even though I've kind of announced that I don't really have the landfill to be playing with that. Is that the whole thing now? Can these guys go here? Yes. Great. Okay. I've got landfill back. Does that mean that this new build, it does? So yeah, now I'm just banking all of this landfill, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm then gonna fly it all the way across the map and finish that bit of mixed build, which looks like it's done. Yeah, these guys could also be upgraded, couldn't they? Are there problems that the mixed build blueprint has? Sure. And then, actually the other thing that was important is this one. This one wants to turn, because the whole point is 3 mixed builds fill up one side of a red belt, and so 1, 2, 3, and then this one wants to go on the other side. So we're going to get a lot of stuff on both sides of this belt, and I probably also need to extend the modules build somewhere else, because these two are just going to be full. This is fine, and this is interestingly not fine in a way that I don't think has changed anything, because I'm not actually short, and I was never planning on buffering this line. And then this tank is fine. Yeah, it's all good. Great. Okay. Over here, I wanted to do a number of things. What were those things? I think I wanted to go tank shells. This is why we were putting plastic in the logistics network. Then one of these guys here and one of these guys here. Explosives, plastic, steel, and this is actually, yeah, this is not what I wanted to do. What I actually wanted to do is, yeah, so this one takes cannon shells and uranium and makes 1 every 12 seconds. This one makes 1 every 8 seconds, which means it will make enough for these guys and a bit of an overflow. So this just needs to request steel. Let's go like 200 steel, sure, and plastic, which is in the network now. I probably, yeah, let's just go standard, all of those. Explosives, which is kind of close to, like the explosive just over there, which is kind of why I'm building it here. And then depleted uranium, of which is going to come out of this stock of stuff, which I think I'm absolutely running that down. So I need to put some reprocessing here, just for the purposes of getting more uranium back, because I think I don't need... Yeah, I probably don't need... If these guys are already on 4 stacks out of 32, that means this block of 6 is probably contributing about 6 stacks, and I don't need that many at this point. Sure, whatever. Yeah, let's set all of this stuff up. Will you connect to... You will not actually connect to that one. You need to go like that. Okay. So this is going to build... It's going to build me tank shells, and then it's going to build me depleted uranium tank shells, and then this whole thing I can also just copy to like here. Sure. And that I guess is going to be the new one, so I guess we can change these to the explosive version. Explosive... Yeah, and then these recipes are all the same size, aren't they? 1 shell, 1 thing, 2 explosives, 8 seconds. Yeah, that's all going to be fine. So now we've got tank shells happening, and we're going to have explosive tank shells happening. Both of those are going to be a thing. Putting plastic in the network is just... I'm now low on gas. Is that a thing I expected? These guys are short on crude again. And I've got several of these things just not running. And also, this is running down as well. So yeah, so yeah, we've automated some of those stacks, and it's time to go and address this question of how much crude I'm producing again. And that looks like to be the right place for that, and I can fit another 2 in there, so I'm going to. And then this pipe connects like so, and then yeah, that one wants to go there, and I'm actually going to need a little bit more like just there, because this, I need to be able to line those guys up. Are they actually connecting to anything? I'm not sure they are. Let's put that there. That'll be much better. Yeah, so this will give me a bunch more of this processing. Can I actually have... I can put another 2 in there and not upset the acid pipe. So I can, but the third one will kind of interfere with this corner, so let's not do that. And then these guys also aren't moduled, but whatever. Yeah, sure. We're going to suppose that that's going to be enough for now and just check back with that later. These guys are still getting their speed 2 beacons, which is fine. These guys want to go to their speed 3 beacons. To get more of that stuff out, even though this is not fully utilized yet because this landfill. Sure. I think the next thing to do anyway is not that one. Not that one. The version of this thing that I will throw down and then like not do anything about like this whole section here. I don't think I'm going to need for this one, because I might even copy this in parts, because I need this much of this thing, which is nearly going to fit, but not quite going to fit. It needs a little divot like there. Sure. Okay, so we're getting through the text. That's nice. We'll do some purple research. We'll do some more yellow research. I mean, to be honest, I need all of these things. That's kind of the win criteria. Sure. Yeah, because I want this section, but not this section. And then this bit is going to happen differently because it's all just going to get landfill cached, and then this section will not have the stone part, but that's a thing I can probably all set up later. I mean, I'm also just short on landfill at the moment. In fact, that's all the landfill in the system, isn't it? Cool. You guys need some of that. Let's link you up. Okay, this is still actually not making acid at a huge rate, even with these guys' speed 3 beacons. Probably because of the gas availability. Are you guys struggling? You're actually not. That's kind of fine. Are you guys at least working now? Maybe. I mean, these guys aren't even online yet, and this, yeah, the warm oil, I've got definitely enough of it. This is, like, I want to see this start to tick up. This pump activates on 10k, and so I would really like to see this be more than 10k, so that I can know that these guys have all that they want to play with. But it also looks like it's mostly fine, and I can probably just walk away from it. This is a nice full belt. It's sure, whatever. I could belt balance this a slightly different way just to make sure it was full, but I don't think I'm going to, and I'm just going to let that do whatever. Okay, this landfill is not quite done yet, and those guys prod 3s are not quite done yet. Those guys are working on their prod 3s. This tank is fine. Yeah, so I think it's, what were the other things I wanted to work on? Oh, this tank is blasted, but this one is still fine. That one's still fine, and they're all on the same network, which means these guys are still completely happy. So I am absolutely okay, as long as this one has acid, which it does. I'm absolutely okay with this thing not having any gas in it. That's completely okay. Okay, these guys are all working? Sure. Is this... that's still not more than 10k, whatever. The other thing I wanted to check is... so this is now at its limit, except the last couple of guys are not actually pushing out all the copper they could, which is a thing I was wondering about, because... the thing I'm going to do about this is realize I still don't have any splitters, but there should be one I can queue somewhere. Right, there's going to be a splitter I can queue somewhere. Both of those didn't need to exist. You know what? I don't have to do it that way. I can do it. So like here, not there in fact. So I can double side both of these things. And then I don't actually have a whole lot of space to play with here, do I? Interesting. Yeah, because the plan was going to be, and I think this might still work actually. Because this one needs to move as well. That can go there and be fine. Yeah. So we're going to make all of this worse. This guy is going to turn up at some point and give us... I have things I don't need in my inventory. I have a lot of blue chips I don't need in my inventory. probably someone's waiting for those blue chips. Yeah, so this thing I'm going to set a priority to output on the right first. So this is probably going to give me a full belt. These guys, I mean, it's not going to be it's not going to be balanced much. In fact, it's not really going to be balanced at all. But this is probably going to be a full belt. I still get a bit of overflow turning up here, which, you know, that's cool. So we've got more copper going in the network. This belt being slightly more full, also because these guys are taking it before this merge, means that I might get a bit more out here, which is also going to be... Oh, I already had a bunch of that stuff. Okay, cool. Let's check on the flamethrowers. So the flamethrowers are finally done. Okay, good. Where else can I put boxes? I put one over here. Can I can put a box just here, which is cool, because the next thing I want to make is like cars and then wagons and locomotives and stuff like that. And this will mean that, I mean, cars should go pretty quickly, because I'm pretty sure they're stacked to 1. Yeah, cars are not going to take much time at all. Tech still going, this still being a bit of a disaster, and having a lot of stuff in here that I don't need. There's a lot of LDS in here. I bet that's one of the reasons why this guy's going to be struggling for yes, that's just working at the rate that it can, but this thing is actually struggling for blue chips. So you can just have all of those and work on the LDS a bit. This stuff is actually kind of getting through it. That's pretty nice. I bet I can pick up all of these and throw them in there and just keep on manufacturing more. That all looks like it's just fine. Barrels done, cliff explosives, sure. What was the other? The artillery was the other thing I was thinking about doing, wasn't it? Am I doing the artillery down here? Can I fit the artillery down here? The answer would seem to be yes, because you're not doing anything at all anymore. If you change to... Because I think these guys are going to take a while just because of the amount of stuff that they need. Yeah. And then are you guys done? So the only thing, oh no, you're waiting on batteries. That makes sense. So you guys, whenever you get batteries, are heading everything over to here because the personal battery stack 1 is done, but the personal battery stack 2 is not because I need batteries, and that's just the acid thing again, isn't it? It's just these guys not having enough acid, making more batteries, the batteries getting prioritized. Yeah, they get prioritized into the lane that makes the lasers, which are also busy making the personal defense lasers, which are actually, you know, kind of done, kind of halfway done. And then, if there are batteries left over from that, which there aren't, then the surplus goes past the accumulators into the storage for batteries. So that's going to be why those guys are sad, and I'm probably just going to leave them. Sure, why are you... Because I pulled this back, and you're apparently still not getting quite enough red ammo, even though you've got everything you want. Not sure, not going to worry about that, it's fine. Okay, so artillery turrets are happening. I have no idea how long. I can't put that back. I've got, like, yeah, just, this is one of the cases of having random stuff in the inventory that I don't want, so I can, all these things can go away, sure. You guys, so these combinators are done, so there's another kind of wire, isn't there? There is a kind of green wire, which I have not mass produced yet, so now we're mass producing green wire. Yeah, we've got another stack of combinator stuff that just gets done. How much landfill? So I've got 4.7k landfill in this bank now, and this next side is ready for me to more carefully cut out and paste in the... I should be doing this with radar coverage, shouldn't I? That's definitely a good idea. Yeah. This whole... yeah, sure. Oh, let's do the other thing first. Let's do the other thing first, because it's kind of a big deal. We'll have the bots go and do that. We'll get some new... Sure. We'll get some new landfill capacity going, but the other thing I want to do is... am I going to... let's put it here in case I do want to module these things. But what I want to do is have... how is this going to work? I will need a splitter. Sure, yeah, that'll... I can make terrible things happen like that. It'll be fine. You get, I guess, the same... actually, can you? Does reprocessing... it does take the pod mods. Okay, sure. Yeah, because this I want to set for used up fuel cells. And then this guy can go in here, and if I do this... so the plan here is I will receive used up fuel cells. I will then... half of them will end up being reprocessed, and the other half will end up just being stored, because we've got to work on stacks of those as well. And then I don't actually have any passive provider chests, so we're going to run back down to the other side. I could do... I am at least making all those RCUs now, aren't I? Yeah, so these guys are all running. Products finished 125. Yeah, fantastic. Oh hey, this is the upgrade tool I want. Let's work on upgrading all these things as well, because that's what happens to mixed builds now. They get their Prod 3 modules upgraded. Yeah, and then this I will handle at some other point. But I need a bunch of active provider chests, which are going to be all the way down here. I was thinking, yeah, these guys might also get turned into more blue chips with all these green chips. Because I do need more blue chips. I kind of wasn't expecting a dedicated blue chips build, but, you know, there we go. Yeah, lots of LDS. Lots of LDS. Remember when I needed all the LDS? Maybe I don't expand that LDS. There must be other things I need to do with it. What was I here for? I was here for... oh, is the LDS... I'm also getting more LDS because I'm bound on the rocket by RCUs, and then I'm bound on the yellow science by not actually using the yellow science. And I say I'm bound on the rocket, and then, you know, another rocket's going up. Cool. Let's see if I can find... oh, they're over here. Can we get the passive provider, the active provider chest we want and still see the rocket launch? And the answer to that is kind of yes. Rocket's going up. Exciting Factorio business. Away it goes, and, you know, 40 rockets, sure. Oh, this is filling up again. That's fun. What other... all the red circuit stuff that I was going to use is... yeah, so if this guy uses red circuits, these guys use some red circuits. The armor stacks are also both done, and the substations are also, yeah, also done. These guys are going to need a bit more help, which is going to be copper, but I think I'm also going to have... actually, can I upgrade planner from... I'm pretty sure they were just iron boxes. I can, so I didn't actually need to come back for these at all. The plan with this is... I should pick up the 6 ones. Yeah, I should have 6 here that have the spent fuel in them, and they will be active providers. And I don't actually think I can do all of these at once, because I think they will overflow. Like, some of these things are going to be fine. The other problem with this is that it will actually only split evenly to the extent that I can process these things with the centrifuge that I've got. So yeah, so we're going to do that. These guys are going to process a bit more, which is fine. If I'm speeding up on that side, and I don't really have spare acid, do I? I think you guys have enough stuff that I'm going to do the same trick that I did in the other place, and then we're probably going to be about done for an episode. You guys will get to be speed 3s as well. Then I can have a couple more of these guys down here, but not all that many, just like enough to give us a little bit of a congestion issue. That's all fine. Are you guys on your prod mod 1s? Do I want prod mod 1s there? Whatever. So yeah, so let's just check that this is doing what it should. And the answer is kind of. A lot of these things are just ending up over here. If I had set this off differently, yeah, let's actually, am I close to it? I'm not really close to it, am I? But I can run my ass down here. If I line that up slightly differently, like if I line it up like that, then it no longer works. It does actually have to be like that. This is a bit of a pain. Unless I do it here. Yeah, sure. Because then I can still have... So the plan with this is, like, this inserter I will delete later once I've kind of worked a little bit through the backlog. And what am I waiting on manufacturing? Is that all? Yeah, module upgrades, prod mod upgrades. You guys are still doing everything you can though, aren't you? Some of you are not. Several of you are not, because you're missing prod mods. Okay. Did I set... Okay, so I've set a lot of those guys to speed mods. Interesting. How far? Yeah, I've got a bit. This is all stuff that's going to happen. These guys all arrive before the prod mods want them, so yeah, so that's fine. So I'm going to have more prod mods to upgrade. This... Yeah. Now we can do more of this upgrade planner and turn these... Yeah, because I got rid of those, didn't I? Because that was a clever move. Into active providers. Those were already turned into active providers. Okay, so these guys, right? These guys have iron chests, yes. Yeah, so I'll kind of work my way through these. Do I think there's going to be so many of these? I mean, 4 by 6 is going to be 24. So yeah, so if I active provider these ones at the same time, there's a decent chance this will overflow one chest, and rather than just ending up in this storage to go back into the system of things to be processed into more uranium, which I need because I'm kind of running it down. Storage 0, yeah. Yeah, we'll do, this will be one of the other things to adjust in between. I don't think I need... Oh yeah. So this is going to be the other thing that I'll probably do in between, is like surgically cutting out... I mean, I say surgically. It goes to here, right? That's as much as that side wants, and I've got enough of an overlap here to be able to plug them in, like... I know it needs to be lined up with this one. I didn't actually get all of those before. Yeah, like that. And then... What else doesn't want to be here? This doesn't want to be here. This wants to be in a different place. The cogs, this overflow here does not need to exist because I am not making concrete from this. So yeah, so all of this can get built. I will be again short of modules. Autosave going to take a while. This section, that much of that is how much that I want. And this is going to be a pure landfill build. And yeah, still don't have any robots free. Yeah, so that's going to be probably all we've done, all we need to do today. This is full. Okay, so if that's full, I can probably request a chest, active provider, empty active providers. Let's also active providerify this stuff. And yeah, so we're up to, I kind of didn't, 3.2 is kind of exactly 4 of these things, and I've got 5, so I've got a bit of headroom to play with. All these guys are, yeah, that's exactly the headroom I have. Logibots are doing things. We got some more power grid. We got no construction bots because they're building the landfill build after doing 5 pure waterfill builds. The last waterfill build, actually, now that this guy's online, this is a good point, yeah. Now that that guy's online, I can go and give this guy its seed stone. So this could be making concrete and me making a bunch of waterfill here, rather than just being backed up on its landfill. So, you know, that's good time. Let's check in with... So these guys are kind of getting through stuff. They got 2 stacks. They've got kind of 2 stacks each, which is fine. Grenades are, you know, doing a thing. That's fine. Where was the other big things I wanted to check on? Were, I mean, these guys are still going to be slow. I might have to do something different about those. But the nukes are still not going anywhere because I don't have the RCUs, which is, you know, not unexpected. Batteries, same deal. Oh, car was a thing I was going to change again, because car is almost, yeah, car is full now, because car, that's how that works. So I wanted to change that to locomotives. What were the other, space concrete was the big thing that I was going to wonder about, wasn't it? Yeah, I've made 46 space concrete in all this time. Because coal, because the whole deal of this thing is this one goes the other way. Whereas if I had... Yeah, I think this will work. Because the way of this thing used to expect this to be the main coal draw, this entire lane just pushes coal to the left, which is, you know, kind of fine. But now a quite important coal draw is this space matter and this space concrete. Yeah, this thing is filled with waterfill. Just doesn't have all the stuff it needs, sure. Whereas now, this one can come... Okay, so that needs to move as well. Yeah, this will give me a lot more coal. This usage of coal is not going to be particularly big. Both of these guys are now contributing to both sides of this coal extraction, and now I should have a lot more coal, which means I should A, get more space matter, and B, actually get enough coal to this guy, which is currently here just blocked on coal. It's got all the waterfill it needs, it just needs a bunch of coal. So with that, I should hopefully see a lot more space concrete turning up soon, which is a big deal because I'm pretty sure it stacks to 100, which means we are... What? I need 40 stacks. I've got 40-ish units, so I'm like 1% of the space concrete that I need. Cool. But I am at least banking... Oh, these guys are half full of waterfill. That's pretty wild. So I think I might actually need a dedicated concrete build to keep up with the rate at which, yeah, I will need I will need dedicated landfill build to keep up with the rate at which the space concrete is going to chew through this waterfill, and then I'm going to need probably dedicated concrete build to do the same, which is kind of wild. I guess that's kind of the point of, hey, I had like 5 lanes of copper being turned into red science, being turned into waterfill, and now I probably shouldn't be surprised that I've got multiple full chests of waterfill. Yeah, cool, good times. Last thing? I think it's time for actual last thing. Is this gem is also empty? Okay, so distracted again, but it's fine. Request a chest, active provider. This is the last set of them, isn't it? So that there is the last of the nuclear power plants that are going to be like contributing their empty fuel cells back to the other stuff. Want to figure out where I can be making locomotives rather than cars. That's going to be the actual last thing, because all of this is ending up a bit of a mess. I have a car now, which is... Do I have a car now? Yeah, there's my car. So where can I put... I guess... Yeah, that'll work, won't it? Except I also need to request things. I've got steel from here, and I've got steel from here, so this guy probably doesn't need to exist. Oh wait, this is already requesting. Yeah, just request. Sure. Yeah, fine. Yeah, so done flamethrower turrets, done cars, done fluid wagons, done storage tanks, working on actual locomotives now, which is pretty fantastic. And then this guy is just going to go at the rate at which these guys spit out engines, which is completely fine. So yeah, good times. Getting a lot of stuff done. This is banked up again, which means we can have another episode where I go like, what else do I need to build to make that less of a mess? So yeah, that's gonna be what we do next. Yeah, cool, great, fine, wonderful.